Captain Derek Winters stretched in his pilot's chair and gazed out at the endless expanse of stars. Another routine cargo run from Europa to Mars. His robotic co-pilot, Max 2727, sat motionless beside him, occasionally emitting soft whirring sounds as it made minor course corrections. "You know what I love about this job, Max?" Derek asked, not expecting much of a response. The robot's social programming was basic at best. "Query noted. Please elaborate, Captain Winters." Max's metallic voice was as flat as ever. Derek grinned. "Every day is an adventure. Take today. We're hauling 2,000 metric tons of frozen fish. Yesterday, ice. The day before that, more ice. But you never know what could happen out here." Max's head rotated exactly 27 degrees to face him. "Captain, our last 147 voyages have proceeded without incident. Statistical analysis suggests a 99.3% probability that this journey will also be routine." "Ah, but it's that 0.7% that keeps me going," Derek said, pulling up the ship's maintenance logs. He'd already checked them 3 times today, but it gave him something to do. Maybe we'll encounter a Rouge asteroid, or pick up a distress signal from a stranded mining vessel, or discover an alien artifact. "Your optimism appears unfounded based on available data," Max replied, "though I note it seems to have a positive effect on your psychological well-being." Derek laughed. Most people would have requested a newer model co-pilot by now, one with better conversation skills and more personality, but he'd grown fond of Max's literal-mindedness over the years. He pulled out his worn deck of playing cards and began dealing out a game of solitaire on the "Want to place a bet on whether I'll win this game, Max?" "Gambling is prohibited by company regulations, Captain." "Even if we're betting with imaginary credits?" Max was quiet for a moment, its processors whirring. "I calculate a 43.2% probability of victory based on card distribution visibility and your historical win rate." "Never tell me the odds," Derek said with a wink, though he knew the robot wouldn't get the reference. He flipped over the first card and settled in for another peaceful evening aboard the long haul. Some called space the final frontier, full of danger and excitement. Derek knew better. It was mostly long stretches of nothing, punctuated by bureaucratic paperwork at ports. But he wouldn't have it any other way. Out here in the black, with his dependable robot friend and endless possibilities ahead, he was content. Besides, there was always that 0.7% chance of something interesting happening. And if it didn't? Well, he'd just have to keep making his own entertainment. "Max, have I ever told you about the time I arm wrestled a Jovian arm wrestler?" he began, shuffling his cards for another game. "Affirmative. You have related this story approximately 42 times, Captain. The details vary significantly with each telling." Derek beamed. "Well, this time, I'll tell you what really happened." The long haul continued its steady course through the stars, carrying its cargo of frozen fish and 2 unlikely friends. It might not have been the most exciting life, but Derek Winters wouldn't have traded it for all the adventure in the solar system. After all, it was never truly dull when you had the right perspective and a robot who'd listen to your tall tales, no matter how many times they'd heard them before. Thank you so much for listening to this story. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave it a like and to subscribe if you'd like to see more. Feel free to comment and share it as well. With all that said, go on and check out the video in the top left. I think you might like it.